Hello everyone, this is Jay Freeman coming to you from Builderall from scratch with another tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about how to hide and reveal a button on a Builderall page. You may be asking yourself, well, why would I want to hide a button or what have you? And many times we've seen on video sales pages, right, the video sales letter pages, we've seen where the video is there, but there's no button, hasn't been revealed yet. And then a certain point in the video, boom, this button pops up or this offer pops up. And so you may want to do that because you want somebody to consume a certain amount of your information and content before they make a decision on buying, right? So you may have a video, it's a 10-minute video, and you want them to watch at least 8 minutes of that video before you pitch them or before they get the chance to buy your product or what have you. And so you're able to do this in Builderall. So here I just have a simple template, which is a VSL, video sales letter, and you can see it's got all of the different buttons or what have you. And so let's say I don't want this button to show, right? And so what I would do is you would normally just come in here, you would just create a button, but I've already got a button selected here. And so you're just gonna right click on this actual button, okay? So we're gonna come here, we're gonna right click, and of course you can change the text to anything that you want to have there, whether it's buy, purchase now, yes, send me my files, whatever the case may be. And so you can also do a double duty on this button. So this particular action will work in conjunction with these particular actions. So whether you're going to another page, whether it's you're gonna phone call, pop up, video, payment, which would normally be what you would do, and you would put your payment in here. And let's just create a product right quick. How about that? So we're gonna say jay@jermainefreeman.com and say purchase. We'll say test product. We're gonna do one. Of course, our currency is USD. And then let's just say a $47 product. We're not going to worry about a thank you page. We'll click OK. All right, so now we have this button linked. And now let's come down here, and this is where the magic happens. We're going to go to animation, right? And so when we come to animation, we have all of these different types of animations. If you didn't know, Builderall has all of these different animations. Look at all of these animations that you can do, combinations of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to put fade in. Okay, now you can have these buttons or the elements fly in from the left, from the right, up, down. They can shake, they can, spin, whatever the case may be. All of these, you can do this and it can still have the same effect, okay? And so you would go fade in. So now that we've selected our animation, it's going to give us an option to decide when will this animation occur, okay? And so when we look at this, we see when you click on the element, when the mouse is over the element, when the mouse leaves the element. So we don't want to do any of those because that would mean that the actual item would have to be, or the element would have to be shown. Here's what we want to do. We want to go to animation time counter. So when we click on that, now we're presented with another box that says evergreen or countdown. We actually want countdown, right? Because once this thing counts down, we want it to actually show then. So just for the sake of time, I'm going to put this on a small thing. I'm going to put this on about 5 seconds. Okay. But normally you would put it, say for instance, if you didn't want this button to show at until a certain point in your video, you would, you would put that actual time in these slots here. Okay. So whatever that time is, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whether it's 2 minutes, you can put that here and it'll actually wait and then reveal that during that time. Now, here's the thing. This is not necessarily perfect timing. And what I mean by that is if you don't have this video on autoplay, then this timer and the video won't necessarily be in sync because this timer is loaded as soon as the browser is loaded. Okay. And so if you don't have it on autoplay, what you might want to do is try to compensate for that, right? So if it's not on autoplay, but you have a video on your page or any element, 9 times out of 10, within 10 to 15 seconds, an individual is going to click on that video to hear what you have to say. So you can account for that and add that time in here as it relates to the time that's actually in the actual video. Now, if your video is on autoplay, you don't have to really worry about it. It's going to pretty much be right when you make your pitch, depending on how you've timed out your video, what have you, okay? And so I'm just going to hit confirm here. And so now we're ready to actually test this out, okay? And so I'm going to come here to preview. And so now you see I don't have a button. I don't have a button anywhere. And voila, now the button shows, okay? Again, if we just came back here and come here, boom, no button. And then within 5 seconds, you're going to see it pop up. And when we click on it, it's going to take us to that PayPal that I set up earlier. This is absolutely gold because there's so many case uses for this as it relates to the button and hiding a button and then revealing a button or any element. You're able to do that because all of these effects, some of these effects are on other elements as well. So even with this with this headline here, we go to animation, not scroll animation, but if we go to regular animation and go back to the same thing, bounce in. Let's go animation time counter. All right. So I want it to bounce in within 3 seconds and do the same thing. So it's hidden. And then within 3 seconds, it's going to come and bounce in. Boom. Same thing. Gotta love it. Okay. So that's it. That's the hide and reveal mechanism for buttons or even in other elements that you have on the page. Any other elements that you have on the page, you can do the same thing. Okay. All right. Again, this is Jay Freeman from Builderall from Scratch. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you on the next one.